Wait, did someone just say Rolex prices are falling? Yeah, you heard that right. The watch community is buzzing and everyone's doing a double take. Rolex prices, which usually climb faster than a squirrel up a tree, are actually coming down. It's quite the plot twist for a brand that's synonymous with luxury, craftsmanship, and the kind of swagger that'd make James Bond jealous. But hey, even giants stumble, right? What's behind this luxury limbo? Let's dive deep into the Rolex riddle today on the Opulent Oasis channel. If you're not part of the club yet, hit that subscribe button and join us for some high-caliber horology chat. Now let's dive into the curious case of Rolex prices. They've seriously plummeted, down as much as 30% from their 2022 highs. Yet, it's a mixed bag because while some tickers are taking a tumble, others are breaking the bank at auctions. What's with the market whiplash? After a few bustling years where grabbing a Rolex was like snagging a golden ticket, it seems the market's decided to take a little nap. Remember those heady days when owning a Rolex felt like winning the lottery? Looks like they've decided to take a gap year. This all started in April 2022, pushed along by rising interest rates and the crypto crash. Back in the pandemic days, pre-owned Rolexes were soaring high, but now, the market's playing hard to get, keeping us guessing about its next move like a cryptic X. Back in February 2022, Rolex prices were sitting pretty at about $60,000. Everything seemed all glitz and glamour. But then, like a rocking party that gets a visit from the noise control, the fun didn't last. By the year's end, those prices had free-fallen to $36,000, and now they're just milling around $34,000. It's been a real roller coaster, all thanks to a bubble in the luxury watch market with Rolex smack in the middle. Speculators were grabbing up these watches like they were the last cupcakes at the office party, hoping to make a sweet profit. But as bubbles do, this one popped, the frenzy cooled, demand for Rolex professional models took a dive, and the prices sank faster than a clumsy waiter at a wedding. Just a quick pause. Why not become part of the Opulent Oasis family? Hit subscribe for exclusive updates on luxury timepieces. Now back to the fun. Over the last half year, the Bloomberg Subdial Watch Index has kept a watchful eye on the high rollers like Patek Philippe, Audemars Piguet, and Rolex. Despite the chatter from Wall Street about the Fed jacking up interest rates since late 2022, these luxury titans are still pulling in prices well above retail on the secondary market. But while the broader economy is swimming along just fine, thank you very much, the luxury watch market is feeling a bit seasick. It's been weathering some rough seas in a challenging climate. As prices have dipped, the buzz has quieted down, and those once hot models are now just chilling, waiting for their moment in the sun again. So what's the deal with Rolex? While a few models are still holding their ground, the market's vibe has shifted. There's a sense of oversupply. It's like everyone went full-on Rolex crazy, and now they're waking up with quite the luxury watch hangover. This slide in Rolex prices isn't just some random hiccup. It's a full-blown saga of market dynamics, kind of like a tempest in the high-end watch world. Think back to the pandemic. Luxury watches became everyone's new best friend, a shiny safe haven that sent demand and prices skyrocketing by early 2022. But then the economic tides turned. Inflation started spooking the crowd, and suddenly everyone was ditching their glitzy timepieces faster than a fashion faux pas, sending prices into a freefall. The luxury watch landscape is now navigating these choppy waters, tweaking and turning to match the pace of today's unpredictable economy. And get this, now the chatter's all about going smaller. In the lavish world of watches, it seems less is suddenly more. And small is not just in, it's winning. Rolex hasn't just been lounging around during the pandemic. They've been cranking out watches like there's no tomorrow, somewhere between 800,000 to 1 million pieces a year, to be exact. Not the type to just sit and watch, Rolex is all in, opening new factories to keep up with the booming demand, especially from Asia. They're also staying hip with their Certified Pre-Owned program, letting authorized dealers hawk Rolexes that have been pampered and polished right back to their former glory. This move has ironed out some of the kinks in the resale market, offering buyers a little peace of mind with watches that come with all the paperwork, making each piece feel almost new again. Rolex isn't the price-setting type for these certified beauties, though, leaving the dealers to play their own pricing games, which keeps the market quite lively. Some crafty retailers are taking a bold leap by jacking up the prices on certified pre-owned watches as much as 50% over the usual going rates for similar models. It's a daring strategy that's really spicing up the pre-owned market, leading to a curious tumble in prices that starts a bit of a domino effect. While this might seem like rough seas for sellers, it's actually breathing new life into the market, making it more dynamic and turning up the heat on competition. Zooming out to the bigger picture, the comprehensive watch market index, which keeps tabs on over 60 luxury brands like Rolex, Patek Philippe, and Audemars Piguet, has taken a 32% nosedive since March 2022. A big part of this whirlwind? Rolex's production line is on fire, cranking out new factories like they're playing a high-stakes game of whack-a-mole. With more watches entering the scene than ever, it's a bit like having too many cakes at a party. Everyone loves a slice of Rolex, but with such a feast on the table, even the finest watches aren't immune to a little price squeeze. The recent downturn in demand for luxury watches is closely linked to rising interest rates and a tighter grip on spending for non-essentials like tech gadgets, furniture, and trendy threads. It seems everyone's wallet is on a diet, and this frugality is sending ripples through the luxury watch market. Despite this overall squeeze, some top-shelf models, especially from brands like Omega, are defiantly swimming against the current and actually gaining value, outshining even some of the heavyweight Swiss brands. It appears the recent dip in Rolex prices is the market's way of shaking off the excess after the luxury watch bubble popped. It's less of a crash and more of a soft landing back to reality. This trend isn't exclusive to Rolex. Other luxe brands like Omega and Vacheron Constantin are weathering the storm with a steady hand. Rolex isn't just sitting on its hands watching the trends pass by. They're cranking up the gears. They're boosting their production and setting their sights on the Asian market, where the hunger for luxury watches isn't just growing, it's booming. With new factories springing up and production lines humming, Rolex is gearing up to quench this thirst, especially in places like China, where wallets are getting fatter and luxury appetites are expanding. As more folks in Asia look to jazz up their wrists with a little opulence, Rolex is in a sweet spot to deliver the goods and tighten its grip on the market. So, what's the scoop on Rolex's future with the gadget-loving younger generation? It's a bit foggy. The fresh faces around town aren't swooning over traditional luxury watches like they used to. They're more jazzed about smartwatches that can do a whole lot more than just tell time. This shift is starting to put a dent in Rolex's cool factor, making it less of a hot item among the younger tech crowd. Deciding whether now's a good time to snag a Rolex really hinges on what tickles your fancy. If basking in the luxury and timeless style of a Rolex sounds like your kind of joy, then go for it. These watches are known for holding their value. But if you're thinking about flipping a Rolex for a quick profit, tread carefully. The market's as predictable as a plot twist in a soap opera. What are your thoughts on our little timepiece tete-a-tete today? If you found our chat as engaging as a good mystery novel, why not drop a comment, smash that like button, and hit subscribe for more insights from us here at Opulent Oasis. We can't wait to have you back for more videos. Thanks for tuning in and hanging out with us today. It's been real.